let's see where we are. All my stuff here. Trying to be organized and such. Oops, I don't know what that is. And I don't know why it's telling me that what I have posted might not be saved because I didn't remember posting anything. I do see that my video there is nice and live. La la la. This is our short video today. I'll be back here again later tonight with something else to do, but this is this series that I'm doing that I am trying to be consistent with. trying. I started this last week and it was really kind of fun and it was well received and people liked it. So I'm continuing with this series that I call 5 from 1 is more. So the reason I choose 5 from 1 is more is because every day during the week, Monday to Friday, I'm going to choose a transfer and we're going to use one transfer and make 5 different projects with it. Easy projects that I hope will be less than half an hour. I'll have my timer set. I'm just looking for the picture that I need. Where are my products? Okay. Okay. I have this labeled wrong in my pictures. I couldn't find it. So let's see. There we go. All right. So this week will be fun. I'm choosing a B transfer this week, and I thought that it would work really nice with Mother's Day coming up. I really should know when Grandparents' Day is, but I don't. I'm so sorry. I wish that I did. Okay, I wish that I did. All right, I have to do this. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so this week's transfer is going to be focusing on grandparents. So we have this really cool transfer, and I have this really like little extra thing that I'm going to show you that I do with canvas. I don't work with canvas too often. I like working with canvas, don't get me wrong. Chalk Couture lends very well to canvas, and by canvas I mean the canvas, the stretch canvas that you can, that you can pick up in, like, you know, packages of 5, 6, 7, 10, 20. I think the biggest one I ever bought was 40 because the big box craft stores have them on sale. And so there are a lot of things that you can do with Chalk Couture on transfers. So I figured this week we will go ahead and I'll show you one way that I use this particular transfer. It will be fun. I'm sharing this video so that people know I'm here. Someone's here already. Whoever's here, say hello. Whenever you stop by, just say howdy. That's a cool thing. I like to know who's here watching me, unless you're a creepy stalker. And if you're a creepy stalker, go away. Or if you're like, you know, you're full of negative vibes and just want to like show up and criticize and pick on me, go away. I don't need anybody picking on me. All right. Why can't I do this? You know why? Because I can't walk and talk at the same time. I can't walk and talk at the same time. So therefore, all right, here we go. I'm going here. Okay, so therefore I can't share my video and talk to you guys at the same time. It takes me way too long to get this done. Way too long. So here I go doing a couple of invites. I try to be sporadic as I do my invites every day to my, what are these called? To my lives. If you care to stop by, I would appreciate it. If you are annoyed that I invite you, please let me know and I will not invite you anymore. I really will not. I don't want to bug people, but for the most part, well, I want people to come and hang out because it's fun. Because I don't like to feel like I'm sitting here by myself, but I'll do it by myself because I like to craft. So if you are annoyed that I am, when I send these out, I can get my words out. The reason I send out invitations is because that is how Facebook responds to lives. So they want people to show up and to click like and to click the hearts and to make comments. That's what Facebook prefers for them to see. Then they will show my little video for my little business. They will show it more often. So if you're stopping by, even on a replay, you can go ahead and click the like and the heart buttons if you like it. You can go ahead and we don't use the S word, the word that we use when we are going to send our video off to other people's Facebook viewing pages. So there's a word that they don't like us to use because when they hear it, then they don't want to share our video, which is crazy. I just said the word. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? I'm probably going to get pegged now. So if you are coming here and if you like what you see and you want others to see it, and you do that thing about what you're supposed to do when you want other people to see it, oh my gosh, I'm so crazy today, people to see it, then you can use a hashtag instead. So I guess for this week, we're going to use the hashtag grandparents. So if you're coming to watch this particular live series and you want other people to see it and you send it off into Facebook world, then you can come back and tell me hashtag grandparents. And at the end of the week, maybe we'll do something special. I'm still figuring out if I can do a special thing on my business page. I may have to do it in my VIP group, which kind of sounds like I'm holding you hostage if you win, that you have to be in my VIP group. But Facebook is tricky. My company, Chalk Couture, has their policies and procedures. So I'm still working this all out. But if you do that, hashtag grandparents, every night when I do my evening lives, it will be a different hashtag. And I'll announce that every time. So I'm just trying to work with what Facebook gives me. Okay, so the transfer we're working with today, it says, grandchildren, fill the space in your heart you never knew was empty. I am not a grandparent, but I can see where that could be true. So this is the words that we're going to be using. And this particular transfer comes with little handprints. How cute is that? Because you can put the handprints of each grandchild. Now today I'm just working on an 11 by 14. This is the canvas. I'm going to show you how to fix the canvas to make it look really cool. I'm going to put this over here and make it look like this. So here now it looks like a piece of wood, but it's still a canvas. Okay, and I'm going to show you how I did that. I'm going to turn the camera down now, and I'm going to set my timer on. If you get nauseous when I turn the camera, look the other way. Turning it and facing it down. You're actually seeing my computer there, I know. All right. Okay, so hopefully that is good where we can see what's going on here. I think it needs to go a little that way. All right, I think we're good. So these videos are going to be saved. I'll have them all organized into folders. You can also watch it on YouTube because these definitely will be uploaded to YouTube. And you can watch them there as well. So here, I'm hitting my timer so that we can start and see if we can get this project done in 30 minutes or less. Okay, so I have the transfer. This is a B-size transfer. It's $14.99. Okay, you can do this monochrome with one color. We have white, black will work. Well, the white won't show up so much on this lighter canvas that I'm doing. You can get colors. You can do it however you want to. You know my deal. If you purchase this $14.99 on the website, then you know I have the awesome paste singles, and you can contact me and I will put a couple together for you for a good deal, so that you don't have to purchase a bunch of colors to get different colors. You can get singles, which will more than do this project and then some. So you could probably make more than one for those 2 sets or more of grandparents. Okay, I have some letters here because I'm going to personalize that. I'm just going to move this over here for now because I want to show you how easy it is to make your canvas look like wood. Okay? And I'm sure that there are other ways that people do it. I'm sure that there are more, detailed ways, but I kind of like the way this comes out because it's super easy and it really does look nice. All right, so here is a regular transfer. I have these brushes. These are those really inexpensive. What did I pay? Like pennies almost for these over at the big box store that has the happy greeters. So all you need is 1 or 2 of these. You can do it with 1. I prefer to do it with 2 because you want to have your brush dry. All right, so I have some chalk paint. Now remember, chalk paint, chalk paste, two different things. Okay, paste is what we sell. You can only get it from Chalk Couture. It's the only place that you can get this paste. Most surfaces, when you put this on, it dries hard, but you can wash it off. Now on this surface, not so much, because this is porous, and even though we're going to treat it, you're still not going to be able to just wash the paste off of it. If you got to it right away, maybe, but it's really not made to be washed off of a canvas surface. Okay, so here is the white paint, which is just regular paint that you could pick up anywhere. Always stick with a matte finish. Chalk Couture does not work well on glossy or shiny finishes. Okay, so I have these two matte finish browns, just two different colored browns you can pick up. This one is chocolate bar and this one is territorial beige. All right, so I like to have two different colors to give it a good wood look. All right, so this is all we do. So super easy. I take some of one color and I just kind of put little lines. It doesn't really matter what direction you go in because you're going to be mixing it up anyway, but you want to have this space in between, so because that's what makes it run together really nice. All right. Boop, boop. I use a little less dark because I'm probably going to add more dark afterwards, so not too much of that. Drip, drip. And then a little bit of the white paint. Okay. I think I forgot to post to my little group that I went live. Did I? I don't remember. Okay, so this got cruddy and I couldn't open it before. It was making me crazy. All right, let me just make sure that I sent a note. Oh, I did. Okay. Okay, I had an issue before. All right, I just need to tell them that I'm going live now. People are busy at this time of day. I really wanted to get this done earlier, but my mother-in-law who lives with us had a doctor's appointment. Okay, so I'm just going to move the paint over here. Okay, so then you take your brush that is dry and you simply close the window so you can't see it. All right, you simply just pull it back and forth, okay? And you see how it's making the lines? That's all you need to do. Now, I like to let mine sit and dry for at least a couple of hours. I do not like to work with it right after. Some people do. Some people just go ahead and jump right in. I am not one of them. But you see what it's doing? It's giving that nice grain kind of look. All right, and get along the edges here. All right, so it shows up. You can paint the sides, of course. These canvases work. You don't work nice because you don't have to. You don't have to have them framed. You can just paint the sides, and then you can't see the canvas. So that's kind of cool. I do that on mine, and each one comes out a little bit different, which is kind of cool, especially with Chalk Couture, because sometimes you are using the same transfer. You do want it to look a little different. I was saying that I had to take my mother-in-law to the doctor this morning. All is well. She has to go for her checkups regularly. She's not healthy, so that's one of the reasons why she lives with us. Plus, we love her. Okay. All right, so here we go. This is what we have. And notice I'm pulling it all the way down to the end, off the edge, and all the way across, because you don't want to have little... It kind of gathers up there on the end if you don't go over the edge and then down to the edge, over the edge and down to the edge. That's what we do, okay? So if anybody has used this kind of method before, let me know. Oh, there's a hair there. I'll get that out. Let me know if there's a different way that you do it. That'd be kind of cool. Okay, so here we go. All of these interesting things I need to do with my lives when I'm doing them. I'm just going to move that down a little. Okay, so you can choose if you like what you see, if you like the way the texture that you're getting there. You can leave it just like that. You really don't have to do anything else. You're going to want to one second. Okay, you're going to want to let it dry. And if you don't like the way it looks, if you want to have a little bit more grain showing, like, you know how wood has that, that grain in it, right? So if you want to have more of a grain, you can just add some more of the, some more of a darker paint. Darker meaning, okay, let me just know what I'm doing here. Okay, so that's done. All right, what I'm going to do is just going to take my my darker brown, and I'm just going to really just hardly put anything. Oh, all right, I didn't want to put that much. All right. Easily fixed. Paint is quite forgivable when it's still wet. Okay, so I meant to put just a few little dots. Okay, there we go. You see, you don't need a lot. When you want to just add some grain looking, make a deeper grain, a deeper texture, you don't need a lot. You're going to use a dry brush every time, because if you don't, you'll end up with just one giant color. Now, I have seen people make, it looks like little knots. They put their finger and make it like a little circle, and then make it look like there's wood knots on it. So that's kind of cool. All right. But see, I'm hoping that the camera is giving you a good, clear look. Let me turn the light on my camera to see, so you can get a better look at what, how this starts to look like wood. All right. So that would be a really nice surface. I would be happy with how that looks. You know, it looks grainy. It looks like there's texture. It's definitely got a wood vibe going on there. All right. Okay. You don't have to have it perfect. You can even swirl it a little, you know, because then when you go back, see how now that looks like a piece of sliced wood. It's really kind of cool. All right. There we go. Okay, so I will let that sit, and I would put my paintbrushes in water. Do not put your paintbrushes in the same water that you are going to put your transfers and your squeegees. Do not do it. You will regret it, because the paint and paste and our transfers do not work well with paint. All right. So this will go ahead and sit and be dry and dry. I'll let that sit for a couple of hours. And I have two here already dry. So you can see this one's a little bit darker. This one's a little bit lighter, but it still has a look of grain of wood. All right. So I'm just going to choose one. This is what I'm going to choose. And here I painted the sides, you can see. Okay. So now we have our transfer. All right. So we have grandchildren. Fill the space in your heart you never knew was empty. Okay, so that's the first one that I'm going to put on there. And what I'm going to do with the word grandchildren is I'm going to do something called a hot mess. And a hot mess is simply taking the a bunch of colors and swirling them around in order to, I wonder if this will fit on here. It doesn't. I left my pink, let me go and get it. When you're working with canvas, you need to have something sturdy underneath the canvas to give it stability. So when you press down on your transfer, it doesn't bleed through. I happen to discover that the pink, it's just like this pink. Hi, Mary. Thanks for stopping by. It's just this pink, what do they use this for? It's like the insulation. So if you cut a piece, I'm going to be getting the one that's a little bit thinner than this, but it literally fits perfectly right on there and gives you some stability for the most part to work for. You get a little bit of a bump on the edge because the it doesn't fit exactly the one that I cut, okay? But that's all right. All right, so I'm going to peel this off. Always peeling your transfer from the back, just like that. Let me check my time. We're doing well, doing well. Considering I showed you how to paint this, I think we're doing really well. All right, how to paint this and make it look like wood. All right, so I'm going to take my transfer here. I do not need to fuzz it, and by fuzzing I mean pressing the transfer onto, I think I want it a little higher, pressing the transfer onto a cloth that has some lint on it because our transfers are very, very adhesive. The adhesive on it is very strong. So if you don't fuzz it, it can stick so hard that when you pull it off, it stretches, and that becomes a problem. Because then in here where it's white, where the silk screen is, because it's a silk screen transfer, it's not a stencil, it has silk screen in there. If that gets pulled, it gets stretched, and then it will bleed the next time you go to use it. Our transfers are cool. They are washable and reusable. So that makes them a really unique product to use when you're creating, because most stencils can only be used once, and they have to be chucked. But ours can be used again and again. I think I have room to put here. So look at the bright colors that I chose. The fun thing is this can be personalized. I'm going to be posting these on my site. I do have a couple of Mother's Day things that I'm putting out as well. And so I am going to be personalizing these, and I'll show you how that can be done. Really, really cool. All right. So I have these bright, fun colors, and you're going to see how we go ahead and make this what we call a hot mess. All right. These have all been stirred and are nicely kept. My green here hasn't been used in a day or two, so it starts to settle a little. So I just need to stir this up. It's going to look like a yogurt-like, a cake batter type consistency. That's the look, the texture, consistency rather, that you're looking for. All right. Just stirring that up. This is our really cool peacock green. I hate doing work over my project because if you've been here more than once, you know the potential of this falling on my project, and that would be so, so sad to me. I use my little squeegees, my little spatulas here. I have one, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Okay, I'm using the spatulas and not the squeegees for this because I want to have a blop, and it's easier to put the blops on with the spatula, with the little stir sticks, as opposed to my squeegees. So here I go. Now, you'll see what I mean. I'm just putting little dots of green, little splots of green there. And then I'm going to take the stir stick. These are, you can get the stir sticks from us as well. They are, they work wonderful to give a quick stir to your paste, to keep your paste nice and healthy. And they are price comparable to the place that offers free shipping and messes with everybody's business. Just saying, I am guilty myself. I am guilty myself. I was happy to see something that I ordered from that place because it was 2-day shipping, and that made me happy. But you know what? The reality is, real businesses cannot consistently work that way. It costs money to mail stuff. It just does. So you're either going to pay in shipping, or you're going to pay in having your the prices of stuff go up, you know. So pick and choose your poison. That's what I have to say. Okay, so I just use my finger to swirl it around. I mean, I don't know, other people can do it a different way, I guess, but I just kind of like swirl it around because I want it to be, like I said, looking like a hot mess, and I want it to be all different colors there. All right, so it's all swished around there. And I left my towel over there. Now you cannot leave your paste on there to dry. All right, so we're going to scrape this off, and you can see the color underneath. This is like just a brown. I'm just scraping this here. I'm going to clear that out of there before I close up my jar of paste. And I do want to do the words down here. So what I'm going to do is peel this top portion off. And I'm going to leave the bottom portion there. Hi, Rebecca. Thank you for stopping by, hon. How are you today? I'm going to peel this up so that it doesn't dry in the transfer. Moving to the center. Okay. There we go. Look at that. Look how cool that looks. Oh, my gosh. It's so, so cool. All right. Now, yesterday I was working, and I learned the hard way that while we pull this down so that can dry, when I let this flap go back down, it's not going to smear. However, when you pull this back, there's still paste on the other side. So when I did that, I ended up getting paste on this other part of my project, which wasn't a bad deal because the project I was doing happened to have been, I'm going to turn the light off now because I don't think you need the light. It's going to make it glare. There we go. Which was a chalkboard, so I was able to wash that off. What are we doing with time? We're doing good. These are 30-minute projects. Now, you buy this transfer, $14.99. You let me know. I pop a couple of pastes in the mail to you. You pick and choose. I give you a bundle. I can't talk about the price here on my business page. Facebook gets mad. But you let me know. And you don't have to purchase all of these jars of paste to get something that looks so cool like that. You just need a couple of singles. And the singles will do at least 2 projects because they're not samples. They're singles. There's plenty of paste in there to get your project done. Okay, so there we go. Grandchildren, look how cute. All right, I feel confident that that's dry enough. It's not dry all the way, but it's dry enough for me to place that back down and not worry about if it's going to smear. Now, I'm going to do something simple. I'm just going to use black on the bottom here. I'm sure that I could get a little bit more fancy, like if grandparents have a favorite color, if grandpa likes blue or grandma likes yellow, I certainly can do the bottom in a more bright color. But for now, I'm just going to use my squeegee. Perfect little sized squeegees these are. These are our minis. They come in a pack, so you can get 12 of them, which, as I'll show you here, I like a lot of squeegees, and I cannot lie. I use them. It's so awesome to have a bunch of them because you just take another one, throw it in the water, take another one, throw it in the water. You don't have to have as many as I do, trust me. But to buy a bag of them, there's 12 in a bag, so you will use them again and again, especially if you're going to use the transfers again and again. So here I go, just doing the words. I am so in love with this transfer. Even though I'm not a grandmother yet, and that's okay. My kids are super young. They do not need to be having kids yet. I see a bunch of people here. People say hello. Facebook tells me that there's like 5 or 6 or 7 people here. So if you're here for the first time, type in the response 1 so that I know that this is your first time and I can say howdy to you. If you have been here before, type me a number 2 and I'll say thanks for coming back. And if you are a designer, you can type number 3 if you like so that I know a designer is here, just because I like to know who's with me. All right, here we go. Let's see how the words came out. I love it. Oh my gosh, it's so stinking cute. See, lots of people are stopping by. Let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're here. And if you like what you see, if you want to go ahead and do that thing that we do to get this cool video to go to other people, shh, we don't say the S word. Facebook doesn't like the S word. We go ahead and do that cool thing for me, and then you come back and you just type in a hashtag. Hashtag to this week is going to be grandparents. This is my 5 from 1 equals more. All right, 5 different projects with this one transfer. The same transfer I'm going to be using. Same transfer. Who's here? Melanie, this is your first time here. I am so excited to have you here. I'm glad that you stopped by to watch me and my bantering. Okay, I'm going to take my little stir sticks here. Chalk Couture is so much fun. I am in love with making stuff with Chalk Couture. The transfers are silk screen, so they're washable, they're reusable. Aw, thanks. That is cute, right? It's about to get cuter, so stick around. Look what it comes with. It comes with little hands. Little hands, I tell you. How adorable are the little hands? Now, I'm going to cut the hands. That sounds kind of creepy, right? I'm going to cut the children's hands. All right, here's the children's hands. I'm going to cover up my paste and get these colors out of the way so that they don't dry out. If your pastes dry out, just squirt a little distilled water in there and you're good to go. Little distilled water to get the consistency of cake batter. I am going to go afterwards and I'm going to open up all of these pastes again and give it a little spritz of distilled water, and I'm not going to stir it, and then I'm just going to put the lid on, and that really, really helps to avoid excess drying in your I can speak. Is this the right color? Dreamsicle. Okay. So in your paste. That's what I wanted to say. Okay. Hi, Maureen. I don't know if Maureen stuck around. I didn't see your name before. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I'm peeling this off and I'm putting the hand here. And I want to try to make it I don't know if that's dry yet. Let me see. Oh, that looks pretty dry. Okay. I want to try to make it kind of even, but I also want to give myself a little bit of room because I told you I am going to be personalizing these, and I want to show you how I do that. Now, my family just happens to be a multicultural family in that my mother-in-law adopted a bunch of children because she's amazing, and she had like 17 foster kids, and she adopted 4 of them. And 3 out of 4 of them are women of color. They came into our life, and they are amazing. So I'm going to be doing 2 colors. I'm going to do peach, and I'm going to do brown, so that we can represent all the colors of the rainbow. You can also do these hands in really bright, fun colors. You're going to want to come back. If you like what you see, you're going to want to come back to see the different things that I get to do with this transfer, because they are going to be cute. And this one is a super simple one. Some of the ones that I have are a little bit more involved, but I think that will be good to get them done in about 30 minutes. Okay, so I'm just going to take the brown, a little bit of brown. All right, I'm going to do one hand in brown. Chalk Couture pastes are indeed non-toxic, completely safe for children. You just don't want your kids or pets to eat it. Okay, so if you wanted to take the paste and actually put it on a child's hand, and then, hi Nancy, thank you for stopping by. If you want to put put this on a kid's hand and then spread it. Now I know that this is kind of close to that color. I hope it's gonna show. I just realized that. Uh-oh. Maybe we'll have to go back and make them both brown. You can put this right on a child's hand, and you can have them press their own little hand onto the surface that you're using. All right, I'm going to peel this off. Oh, look how cute. It's little hands. This is so, so cute. I hope this shows up. It's a little light. When it dries, it's going to be a little lighter. So I would probably add a little bit of regular bright white to this one to make it a little brighter. That's what I would do. I'm not going to do it now. And if I wanted to change that completely, you wash the transfer. You just put it in some water, wash it off. Make sure your transfer is dry. Line it up. Put another color over it if you don't like the way it came out. Because I told you this canvas, it looks like wood, but it's not. It's a canvas that I showed you how to make it look this way. The canvas, it can't really be washed off of. Our pastes are good. They wash off of most surfaces. But if it's a porous surface like this, it does not. Okay, so I have 2 little names that I picked out. And one little name is going to begin with the letter L. And, okay, and this one begins with the letter J. All right. So, if I were making this for someone as a personalized gift, you better believe that I would be a lot more meticulous about how I line these up, because it does not look at all like it's lined up for me here. All right, I'm going to have to stand up and fix it a little bit. I would use a ruler, obviously, and I would make sure that it was super even. Here, I'm just going to guesstimate, and that's okay. I actually could have, when the paint is wet, you can actually take a pencil and draw lines down it, and it makes it look like it's a plaque, like what is that called? Like a palette board. Okay, so I have L, I. Now these are older letters, so my older letters do not have the little guide marks. The newer letters are awesome. They have little guide marks so that you know that you're putting them right in order. Okay, so this little girl is going to be named Liv, as in short for Olivia. All right, and this little guy over here, where am I, is going to be John. Okay, I think that needs to, I think that's about good. But I'm going to put it John as in, oh, You see what oh, you can't see what happened here. What happened here is that part of this O, part of the O here is on top of that green. And so if I left it that way, when I went to make the O, it certainly would not, it wouldn't come through all the way. All right, so I am going to be live again later with a different project. Every single day this week, you can come back here, and I'm trying to get them done at lunchtime, but I couldn't do that today because my mother-in-law needed my assistance, and that's okay. Okay, so here. And again, if I were to do this with, when I make these personalized, I am much more meticulous. So when you see these up for sale, okay, this is personalized, 2 kids. They're going to be up for sale. When you see them, you will, you'll, just so you know, they'll be a lot more even. I'll be focusing more. All right, I'm still within my time frame. Let's see if I can get this done. All right, I don't want to leave my pastes open so that they dry out. Obviously, if you guys were doing this at home, you have the little paste packets, so it's not as involved as having to do all that. Okay, so now I have pink and green. These are the colors that I wanted to use for the names. Yes, I'm being sexist and using pink for girls and green for boys. Deal. Okay, so here we go. And I just need, oh, my husband is home. I hear him beep, beep, beeping. His car, his work truck beeps. He said he wouldn't be home for another 15 minutes. Okay, taking the pink. He's going to come in and be all loud. I might be done by the time he gets in. L, whoops, whoa. A little bit too much on the end there. I, V, that is live, which is so cute. Live. Oops. V. Oh, I did it there too. Stunad. All right, I'll be able to fix that though. No worries. I took off half the V. This is why the newer letters are better, because the newer letters have the guide marks. I'm going to let that dry a bit. Ooh, I think I'm going to do 1 letter at a time over here. Nope, that one's good. That one's not covered up. Let's see if this one is covered up. Jim, I'm doing a live, just so you know.
What?
I said I'm doing live, just so you know. I'm not forbidding you from coming in here. But just so you know, whatever you say to me right now is public, and people can hear it. There's a present. Oh, it's a big giant Chalk Couture box. Haha, it is indeed a present. It's like Christmas every day. All right, so let's see how this works. All right. N. Oops. O. Look how cute this is. And J. Oops. Boop. How cute is that? Up. Oh no, it did not just go off. How fun is that? Just in the nick of time, I am finished. All right. I'm just putting my transfers in water so that they're not sitting around, especially these small ones, because if I lose 1 letter, then I have to order all new letters, because if I miss one, then what am I going to do? I have no, you know, I can't buy just a letter. It's not the Wheel of Fortune. I can't just call up Vanna and ask her for another letter. All right, I'm going to go back and fix that V. And you can see that the peach here is getting lighter as it dries. All right, so here we go. Now, of course, this is just an example with 2 grandchildren. If it was 1 grandchild, I'll put the hands closer to the bottom. I also would, and I might do this later and then post the picture of it. I would embellish things. I'd put flowers, or I'd put curly cues and stuff. But this basically is a really, really nice, easy Christmas Mother's Day gift for a grandmother. Okay, someone who's like a grandmother. You can buy the transfer for 15 bucks, and you can have the grandchildren make it. So that's kind of cool too, if that's something that you'd want to do. Definitely need something in here and around to embellish, but this just gives you an idea. In 30 minutes, not only did I create this project with the transfers and paste, but I also painted a canvas to show you how it's done. So seriously, you would not, it would not take long for you to, here is the, it would not take much for you to order this. Here's the one that we made today that I showed you how to make. All right. It wouldn't take much for you to go ahead and order the transfer and then have your kids make this for grandma and grandpa. All right. I'm out of here. I got to go feed my humans. I'll be back in a couple of hours to do my regular live. And I hope you all have an amazing, fantastic rest of the afternoon. And hopefully I'll catch you back here later. I guess I want to get close up so that you can see.